husband both have masters in business administration, and we were looking to come to the United States. His brother he's living here for a longer time, and we have kids of similar age, and I always felt like his kids are getting better opportunity and mine are not. We were having a very long-term Maoist insurgents in Nepal for almost 15 years, and so it was very politically unstable, and lots of strikes and closures and just a lot of frustration, and we didn't see that the country was really going in the right direction, and we wanted better lives for our family, for our kids. So I was lucky enough to get a diversity visa through the lottery program, and with that program, when you come to the U.S., you really don't get a lot of support from the government. You're on your own, and so we had to find someone who could support us here. My brother was living in St. Louis at that time, but he was in his residency and very busy, so he said, I can't support you, don't come to me. And so we chose Iowa, where my husband's family was, and so we lived with them for 4 months until we get our feet up, our driver's license, our paperwork, and our first job, and before we moved to an apartment. And the teachings that I grew up is always identify or see what you have and the privileges you have, and see what others don't have. And so I've grown up with those values have been instilled in me, and and feel like I'm wired with those. And after doing my MBA, it's just, working for business wasn't really what my heart wanted to do. It was always working with people. And so my experience of coming to the United States as a first generation immigrant in my 30s, and with a child, and navigating this community, and learning the difficulties that I faced as someone who came with an English language skill, with family, with education, we had savings. You would think those are all the things that someone would need to easily relocate, and it's still a struggle every day. And so when you think about other people who come here without a lot of the things that I came here with, and how do they make it work, that's kind of, I think, the reason that drives me and fuels the work that I do. We talk about America being the melting pot, and I take it on me to let other people know who I am, because I don't expect them to know. When they look at me, they do wonder where I am from, and what language I may speak, and there isn't a way they would just know. So I do feel like there is a responsibility in me and our communities to educate other people about who we are and what we bring to the table, and why we belong here, and what kinds of things we're doing to become contributing members of the community. So I think and at the same time, it's important for us to keep our culture alive for our children. We don't want them to forget the language and the culture. So I do think it's important and participate in keeping our culture alive in different ways. We spend more time here now. We do miss our home country, because majority of the family is back home, but this is where we live, and this is where our kids go to school, and this is where we have our home, and this is home. It's been welcoming. It's been great. Again, far less people who judge me as an outsider than people who welcomed me and embraced me. So this is home.